next Thursday, next week Thursday.
The
So
8th is the 8th.
this December 8th. That's plus 12.
Yeah, it's the 8th.
54 questions.
You know,
If you can do these questions randomly, like within 5 to 10 minutes, that means you're ready for the final. If some particular question is taking longer, you need to go back and review, or you have no idea about that question, that means you're not ready. You have to go to that homework, that section, watch that class again if you like, but you need to do something about it. Alright, that doesn't mean if you just solve 54, you will be done. Just you need to go to past exams, check out those questions again. But I think these questions cover like 80–90% of the test. Okay, I don't promise. I mean, there may be outside questions as well. Okay. Any questions before we start about the final, etc.? So we have like 6 more classes left.
How much time do we have for the final?
I think it's 2 hours,
How many questions?
20 to 25, I believe. I haven't set it up yet, but 20 to 25.
yay.
Depends on how many parts each question. If it's a long question,
Yeah, he just said.
I will put less number of questions, but if it's just short logarithm, change this into exponential and then compute, maybe I can put many of those questions. I mean, it depends, okay? So the questions here are ordered from the oldest to newest material, 1.7 through 4.6. You may want to start with the old questions because I think you are up to date, you are more prepared with the new stuff. You've been doing it for a while, chapter 4. Especially go over the material in chapter 2 and 3, second exam material, because your second exam average was lower than the rest. We will do that so as well. So I will give you a few moments. If you have a computer, check the questions, or I will go over, check, pass through questions here. Stop me if you have a question. If you see a question and you have no idea how to solve it, stop me and ask me to solve it. So we'll pretty much solve these questions for the next 4 or 5 sessions. Okay. Okay. And stop me and ask. We'll go review and solve those questions. So it's you request a question, we start with that. Otherwise, I will solve them one by one, 1 through 54, as many as I can finish. Okay, I can't promise it all, but all right. This is question 1. Another question, equality solving question. Determine whether this is a function. Find domain, range. Find f of x plus h from f of x. Find domain of these 3 functions in interval notation. Find this equation, change this equation into slope-intercept form, and graph. Use slope-intercept point-slope formula to write equation of a line passing through 2 points, given 2 points. Change your answer into slope-intercept form. There is a line given, it's equation given, but you're finding another line which is parallel to this one, passing through -4, 4. Write your answer in 2 forms, standard form and slope-intercept form. And this is an application question. You are going to find the equation of the line passing through these 2 points and more. There are more parts. And then 9.1 and 2, solving an equation, system of equations with 2 equations and 3 equations. All right, with the first 11 questions, which one would you like to start with?
11.
11?
Yeah.
1?
One more before we do it.
One? Okay, let's start with one.
I guess.
Alright. Solve means isolate,
Yeah, boy.
right? We need to get x's together, leave them alone. It's so easy if you have only a few x's with no denominators. What makes this question challenging is these denominators. So you need to find a weapon, tool, to get rid of all three denominators, different denominators, once. You're gonna find a bullet, big size bullet, it's gonna get rid of 10, 6, and 30. What's that, and how do you apply it?
30.
30, and what do you do with 30?
U times everything that will make
Yep.
each one to 30.
If you have a troublemaker dividing your x's, you do the opposite operation, division. Opposite of division is multiplication. I must multiply this stuff with something. That stuff is common denominator of 6, 10, and 30. Common denominator of 6, 10, and 30 is 30 itself. So I put 30 to the not only left but also to the right. You multiply both sides. Shall we change the direction though? Not with positive 30. If you multiply with negative 30, you must. Why would you need to multiply with negative, right? You can do it. You can put minus if you want, but it's not necessary. Okay, let's do this. Past 30, and we have 30 times 5 plus x over 10, and minus this 30 must multiply the second one as well. That's why we are doing it. We want to get rid of 6 as well. Whole thing. Alright, there isn't any distribution here because this is one big item. You just multiply this and they actually cancel and you have minus x. Alright. Again, in the end product, you must not have any denominators left. These two all cancel. 10 divided by 30 drops 10 to 30. I'm sorry, 30 to 3. 30 divided by 6 makes 30 into 5, right? Alright, next I will just multiply across. 5, 3 with 5, 5 with x. 3 times 5 is 15 plus x. And 5 times x is minus 5x. Minus 5x. 5 times 1 is 5. Well, I have so many mistakes here. Let's see who can find them.
Should be 3x.
First off, yes. There's 5 in front of the fraction. If the fraction numerator has more than one term, must multiply each and every term, not 5 but x as well. So this is 3x. What else? There's one more mistake.
Should be minus 5.
Right. This is not just 5 you're multiplying, you're passing minus as well. Minus 5 is multiplying x minus 5x, this is correct. Minus 5 times 1 is negative 5. Okay? Look at this. No more denominators. Our nightmare denominators are gone. Okay, the rest is again, solve means isolate. You need to bring x's together first. So you must travel this one to the left because majority of x is on the left. So this guy traveling here. And we must travel numbers to the right. So the other two, what are the other two? You first combine them. Isn't 15 and 5 makes 10? And you take them back to the other side. 10 goes to the other side. X comes to the left side. So 3x minus 5x already on the left, but there is one more x joining them. 15 and 5 is 10. It's moving across. and it becomes minus 10. I'm subtracting 10 from both sides actually. If you like, I can put minus 10 here, minus 10 there, and there you go. I'm actually adding x to both sides to move it. Okay? Mistake?
Plus
Plus X.
Right, this is a plus x, because I moved it to the left, I mean, I added both sides x, I must have an additional x, not subtraction. Okay, 3 apples, you ate 5 of them and added 1 more, you still owe 1 apple, negative 5, right? Negative 5, take away 3, add 1, still negative 1. Is this it? Are you done with solving it? Do you see x all by itself? No, we still have a minus sign. So how do you take care of it?
Divide by 1.
Yeah, we need to divide by negative 1 or multiply by negative 1. Either way is fine. Let's divide. Now we'll take care of the negative signs. And voila. Negative over negative is positive. It's positive 10. Yeah, we must flip the sign right here when you introduce the negative. So we must get rid of this direction and flip it this way. Sometimes forget the equal sign. Do we have an equal sign here? No. So we're good. This is solution. If they not specify which way the answer should be, this is sufficient, but I think they specify something. How do they want the answer? They want in set builder notation, interval notation, and also graph notation. They want the solution in 3 ways. Let's make the set builder first. Set builder will be, it's just fancy way of putting this in this format. You put curly parentheses, set parentheses, close it, x, and such that line. X solutions are in such a way that they must satisfy this inequality. You just put the answer right here between these 2 symbols. That's set builder. Interval. For interval notation, I recommend always do graph it first. So they want the graph, do graph first. Even though they don't ask the graph, do it. Just change this into words first. What does this mean? All these numbers more than, strictly, definitely more than 10. Numbers more than 10 must be graphed here. Numbers more than 10. So where is 10? Right here, I don't know, if this is 0, 10 is somewhere here then. Which side is the more part? More than means the left of 10 or right? Of course, right? Let's color it. So this is where you're gonna sketch. Alright, you need to decide the starting value though. Shall we count 10 in or exclude 10?
Exclude.
Exclude, because it's strictly no equal, definitely more than, so you must put the regular parentheses here, not brackets. And this is the graph. Why I like the graph first? Because this tells me the interval as well. I see the parentheses opening here but not closing. That means the other side is infinity, like this. But the starting value is 10. So interval notation of the solution is 10, comma, infinity. Make sense? And the graphing part, start with 10. Alright. Not too bad. Any questions? Number 2. Anyone wants number 2?
Let's just go through.
Go through this? Okay. Solve the inequality, write the solution in interval notation. Again, I see the word solve. That means I need to get to x, get it all by itself. X must be all itself. Let's see, scan, what is around x? Let's see if we can get rid of them quickly. Yep. 4 is around x. You see -5, -3, absolute value 4. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 things to get rid of. Now, who's an easy target? Can you reach 5 and -3 before breaking absolute value? No. So 4 is an easy target. Let's get rid of 4 first. By subtracting 4 from both sides. 20 take away 4, 16. Now, most people attempt to attack -3 here. Can you attack -3 here? No, it's protected by walls. There are 2 walls. You need to break these walls first with a cannon. Now, there is a rule to break absolute values. So who can remind us that rule? I think it was in section 2, it was mentioned with U's, I think. If you have an unknown and walls around it, like this is your U. U is protected by U walls, and if it is more than A, how do you extend this? This is one direction. If the direction is towards the other side, there is another way to extend it out, breaking those walls. Does anyone remember on top of your head? Hmm? U is all exposed, no more walls.
Is that the one that it goes the opposite way, or is that go to the right?
What do you mean by right?
Like, everybody.
You first wipe off the walls and write the inequality the same. How about the other side? There should be more parts. This will be double inequality, and this side is gonna be negative A, right? If your variable is less than a number, it splits into compound inequality with 2 less than symbols, -A and positive A. But if the inequality sign is towards the variable, not towards the number, and this is a little bit trickier. I need more space. How does it extend? You first remove it, U is bigger than A, or what is the other way? Yeah, remove the absolute value, U is bigger than A. The other way is U is greater than -A. Okay? U is more than -A, but U is greater than. So kind of this part match. But these 2 parts match. This part changes only. This says U is less than A, this says U is more than A. Okay? So which case are we going to use here? I have absolute value, U, Fishman is towards U, and the number is on the other side. First or second? It's the first one. So we are going to split this into 2 ways with OR connector. One way is you simply wipe off the absolute values and make U more than A. U is more than A, just like here. But what is your U? Don't you use U? You know what u is. U is minus 5x minus 3. Don't use a, you know a. It is 16. Okay? This is saying that minus 5x minus 3 must be more than 16. If you like, you can put this on the right, this one on the left, it doesn't matter. You can put 16 on the left, 5x on the right, but won't matter. I like variables actually on the left side better. The other side is u is more than minus a. U is this guy, minus a is this guy. All you need to do is work this out, get x by itself on each case by adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing things. First, we do what? Whose easy target? Minus 3, right? We add plus 3 to both sides. Oh, you do the same thing here as well, so why don't you do it? Plus the 3. That's minus 13. And next, we'll divide both sides by negative 5. And that will be x greater than. They don't divide each other, so it's just fine if you leave it like this. Agree?
Flip the sign.
Yeah. We must flip the sign because we are dividing with a negative. Minus 5x more than 19 this time, and x is greater than minus 19 over 5. No, I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Flip the sign. Okay? So don't be confused. Alright, these are the right solutions. Okay, I think they wanted in interval notation. Yep. This is not gonna make it. They wanted in interval notation. Some people can just look at these and tell the interval notation. But I don't want to play safe and turn these into sentences, graph them, then look at the graph. Oh, this is the interval notation. Okay. So it says numbers less than 13 over 5 here. Numbers less than 13 over 5. Less than means left side. Oh. I will pick left side of 13 over 5. This means this is also less than, right? Did I make a mistake here? They're both? Okay. I think I may have made a mistake. Did I get these right?
Should be fine. X was greater than both before, and we had to flip the sign, so it should be less than both.
No, this is wrong.
It's the
I gave you a wrong formula then. Yep, it must be outside. This is wrong. It must be less than. This way. Sorry, my bad. Okay, here is the explanation why this is happening. Let's understand what this means. such as, I'll give you an example with, alright, here is the example. Absolute value measures the distance of, there is a mysterious point here you need to find. There are some points whose distance is more than 5 to origin. Here is origin. Where are the points who are further than 5 miles from the center? 5 miles. So you go 5 miles to the right and color everything more. I go 5 miles to the left and color everything less. That's why you must be less than -5. Look, you must be less than -5 and more than 5. Okay? That's how I fix it. Earlier I said I think more than -5. If you say more than -5, you're taking everybody close range to 0. It's not correct. So all we need to flip here is the sign. So the black direction was correct earlier. So we started off with this direction. I divided both sides with a minus, so it flipped the direction. Now we are more than 13/5 and less than -19/5. Now there's our picture. Oh, we haven't made yet. Let's make the new picture. Again, these are the numbers. More means right side of 13/5. Where is 13/5? Somewhere here. So I color right side of it. 13/5, like 2.6. You go to the right side of 13/5. What is this one? This is left. Less than means left of this number. -19/5 is almost -4. Here we go left side of it. Or means union. So it's combination of blue and red zones. So you're gonna unite these two sets. -19/5 to the left. 13/5 to the right. Look, your inequalities are on the picture already. All you need to do is put a union symbol in the middle. Okay? Make sense? How can I be sure I did this right? And there is another way to fix this. Check this. Pick a value here, almost close by to starting value. This is -4 point something. Pick like -5 and substitute into equation. Pick a value from here such as -5 and substitute into equation and see if it makes it correct. Plug in -5 here, 25. This is 22. Absolute value of 22 is 22 itself. Add 6. That part is 26. Is 26 more than 20? Yes, we're good. How can I check this side is correct? Pick something more than 13.5, like 3. Plug in 3 in here. 3 times -5, -15, -18, that's +18. +18 plus 4, 22, more than 20, yep, we're good. Okay? But don't go too far for testing. Pick really something close to the end, because if you go too far, you may accidentally hit in the right answer. Alright, but let's literally put that equation here, -infinity. Here's the union symbol. I know if I don't erase that, it's gonna make me give me an incorrect. Yep, there we go. All right. Let's start. Next questions. Finding domain, range, and determining, there is a relation here. It couples x and y values. Relations are list of couples, like here I see -4, one couple, -1, one couple, and 0, -2, 0, +2, 3, 3, -2 couple. But not every relation is a function. First, what do you say? Is this look like a function or not?
Nope.
No,
There is a test for it, right? What is that test called?
vertical line forms.
So which 2 points violating that test then?
0, 2, 1, 0, -2.
Yep, these two. Whenever a graph of a function given, possible function given, and if it's crossed by more than 2 points by a certain vertical line, such as this, that graph cannot belong to a function. Like a single passenger can't go to 2 separate values. Here 0, x equals 0 going to 2 and -2 at the same time, that's not possible. So I already know the answer for part D. It's a no. Are you okay with the rest of them? Yeah? Alright, let's quickly, how do you list this relation? Again, you need to make all those couples here in coordinates, starting with -4, 1. Okay? And then domain is the set of x values. Here are the x values for each point. And you can list only one. If there are 2 points with the same x coordinate, you list it once. So it is -4, -1, 0, and 2. Okay? Range is y values of each coordinates, each point. This one. So there is one here, another one there, here. So there are 3 values on the range. -2, 1, and 2. Am I right? We already answered part B.
The 2 and the domain's a 3 though.
Oh, that should be 3. Thank you. All right. Please, those questions I didn't try to finish them at home, even though I didn't finish on computer. Let me know if there is any problem. Well, let's do one more. Complete today's class. How would you find f of x plus h if f of x is given already?
Wait, I mean,
What is it, Walter?
factor?
No?
No.
No?
Hold on.
Look, this has just extra h. I will just add h to the end, right? Is that gonna work? No, it shouldn't be that easy. Yeah, I have an extra h here, but that's not gonna reflect as an additional h to the end. This is wrong. Alright, do such a thing.
Is that when you have to find what multiplies to be
Oh, you put
-5 and adds to be 2?
No, it's
Did
easier
you-
than that.
Did you even
You
put
just
like?
plug it in and FOIL
yeah.
the first part and then
I
you like
was-
combine like terms and whatnot.
Yeah, you just need to, if this is x, these are x's. But if somebody flips this, changes this to y, z, chicken, turkey, you make, whatever you see here, you make the right side the same thing. So somebody made left this x, they removed x's and brought back as x plus h. You need to remove all x's first. I removed them, look. They're gone. Now I'm bringing back two terms, not single, two terms. When you do that, when you're bringing back two terms though, don't forget the parentheses, whatever they are, use a parentheses and put the rest of the items. This has a square, so put square. This has -5, put -5. I don't think the computer will accept this answer. You need to, I think, FOIL this and compute through the end. You guys know how to FOIL x plus h? Hmm? It's x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. How did I get it quickly? You don't have to do it quickly. You can do it manually here by foiling it literally. First, second, outside, inside. You will see xh and hx the same, so you have twice of them, 2xh. And this thing is 5x minus 10 plus 2. I just distribute. This is basic distribution, no foil.
I have a question. Where's that 2 coming from? X plus 2.
It's on the end, look at
No, X plus 2.
Yeah, and that was, I have no explanation. It's just a typo. It's a mistake. Yes, thank you. -5h. Any more surprise items you see?
No.
Good, thank you. Alright, and we need to pass this as well, and it's gonna make -4x squared minus 8xh. This is an 8. And minus 4h squared minus 5h plus 2. At the final stage, you need to look for like terms. Do you see anything like here you can combine? This is x squared. Oh, these are both squares. Can I combine them? No. One is a letter x, the other h. They're unlike. Unlike. So this is it. This is what you're gonna type in. But first try this, see if it's gonna accept it. I doubt it. It says simplify. Probably they want this one. Okay?
Awesome. Oxidation and
Any questions? So please do a preview of following questions tonight.
Okay.
And we can skip maybe the easy ones tomorrow then. We don't have to solve all of them. It's up to you.
Final, then we do it at 8 at 11 because I got no class on Monday, so I can sleep all day.
A part of sleep is sleep.
I really hated Saturday. Look,
Angela, do you have any questions?
I hated Sunday so much because I had to wake up and I only had 2 hours of sleep and go to the wash my clothes. And I slept in the car with my mom.
I have a question. Just in your office probably at some point as I work through this thing.
And I would be dead.
Yes, I'm very well likely to be dead by the end of these days.
I would be lying in a dish somewhere.
Say
With a face like, my face would be like that.